we got more facts coming right to you. So, yeah, Henry, Snoutzer, and this time we are going to be talking about hearts. So,
Oh, and just to make clear, we're not talking about hearts like
the metaphorical kind.
we're talking about actual physical animal hearts.
Yeah, so
Just to be clear.
yeah, so if you didn't click on this video for that, then just leave.
Because we're not talking about that other stuff.
Yeah, because
Not getting all that emotional, blah, 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 blah. So this is about
yeah, that emotion.
that's that's something
Emotions.
else.
Emotions is for another time.
No. Anyways, so
Anyway, so there are three different types of animal hearts. So first off is the two-chambered hearts, which are found in sea life. So, for instance, all the types of fish and underwater life, basically what you would find in the ocean.
that's right.
So, second kind would be three-chambered hearts. Those are found in reptiles.
And amphibians.
Yes, and amphibians. So, for instance, lizards, frogs, and so forth. The third kind is the four-chambered hearts, which are found in birds, crocodilians, and humans.
Mammals.
Yeah, mammals, to sum it up.
So basically, here is where the difference lies in terms of why the different hearts, different efficiencies. So a two-chambered heart, the blood pumps in from the rest of the body to get oxygenated, then it gets pumped by the other side to put the blood supply back in. Problem: the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood doesn't get completely. It's not separated. So you get it when the animal pumps it back into its body. It's not getting purely oxygenated blood. It's getting partially deoxygenated blood and partially oxygenated blood. So basically, the oxygen efficiency is not that high. So most of those animals are cold-blooded and rely basically on one. They rely on the water temperature, or they rely on a lot of movement to be able to keep their body temperature up, so they can move around.
So I guess it's a similar case with hot-blooded animals as well, right? But instead of trying to get warm, it's the other way around, where you got to get cool.
Well, yeah, kind of. So the next type we have is three-chambered hearts. So three-chambered hearts are a little bit different. Some of that third chamber, it makes it a little more efficient because it helps lower the amount of blood that hasn't been oxygenated, had put oxygen back from the lungs back into the system. And so when the third part of the heart pumps it back, there's less blood pumped back in that has not gotten oxygen. There's still some that still hasn't gotten oxygen, but not as high a percentage as the two-chambered one. Now, those animals are usually for the most part, they're land animals like toads, frogs, salamanders, lizards, on and on and on.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
here's
any animal in that group.
But here's the thing about that: they rely on the temperature around them for their body temperature. Like, they need sunlight to warm up. If it's too cold, they freeze up. If it gets really cold, they die. So they can only live in a specific temperature ranges because
a certain climate.
Certain climates, because if they are outside those climates, they either roast
or
they freeze to days. So they do have that is a problem with those three-chambered heart animals.
Well, the same would apply for the four-chambered hearts, right? Because that group consists of warm-blooded creatures.
But there's a slight difference. That four-chambered heart allows all the blood to have the oxygen put back into it and sent through the body after. So that one makes it more efficient. And those animals, with a couple of exceptions, okay, like the crocodilians, to give the whole group, they still rely on the temperature around them to be able to survive, meaning to regulate their body temperature. They have to sun themselves and all that other stuff in order to get to warm up, and they can't have it too cold or too hot. So they still rely on that. But the birds and the mammals can go to more extreme cold temperatures because, at least in a lot of cases, they're able to regulate their body heat better because, well, like the birds, they have feathers to keep them warm. A lot of mammals have fur to keep them warm. And if they're in a hot climate, then the fur is shorter. And the mammals also have another advantage over all the other animals. Most of them, not all mammals, but a lot of mammals can sweat. So by sweating, they can cool themselves down. So they can handle a little hotter temperature and a little colder temperature because of either they have the fur or they can sweat. But not all mammals sweat. There are some that can't. But for the ones that can, they have that way of regulating their body temperature. So
Well,
they can go to
unless you keep moving, then you just make yourself hotter.
yeah, but they can go to a little more extreme. They can go to more extremes in terms of heat and cold versus the other animals. And it does allow them to keep moving around even when it's cold. They don't have to go lay out in the sun to warm up to move. They can actually have their own body heat, generated body heat that allows them to move when it's colder. So that is an advantage over all the other ones.
Well, anything else that we're forgetting?
I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So I think y'all get the gist of how
The hearts are all different.
how different parts work for every animal group. Although of course, since Snoutzer and I here are robots, we wouldn't know how that works because we don't have hearts inside ourselves.
So that means we can take the whole heat, we can take the cold. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we can't feel temperatures either.
No, although
Can we?
I don't think we can.
Uh,
Yeah, well, that's all the animals' problem, not ours.
yeah. I mean, even if we could feel temperatures, it wouldn't matter. Just all right. Well, I guess that's about it for this episode. So you all understand on how hearts work now.
Or at least you know the different types.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, that's it for this episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Do all that, I guess. Of course,
There you go.
We can't force you to.
But it would be nice if you did.
Yeah. And, yeah, that's it. Bye, everyone.
Bye.